The city of Aethel was a beautiful, terrible lie. It was a glittering monument of silicon and light, a vertical empire that scratched at a starless sky. But down in its roots, in the channels where the sun never reached, it was damp and it was forgotten. Here, the chrome didn't shine. It sweated a greasy, neon-smeared perspiration. In a room that was little more than a closet, with a window that wept constant digital rain, a man named Silas Marlowe was trying to forget. He was a digital shamus, a data splicer, a relic from a time when truth was a commodity you could hunt. Now, the hunt was over, and he was left with the phantom pains of old neural connections and the burn of synthetic whiskey. The terminal before him flickered, its glow painting the weary lines of his face a sickly blue. He was about to take another swallow from his flask when the light in the room stuttered. The screen dissolved into a storm of static, and from the chaos, a face resolved. It was a woman, or the ghost of one. Her image was unstable, a mosaic of trembling pixels and tearing glitches. Her eyes, though somehow, they held a terrible, clear focus. "Silas Marlowe," she said, her voice layered with digital distortion, a whisper from a shattered server. Marlowe didn't flinch. He'd seen every kind of ghost Aethel could manufacture. "I don't do consultations for unauthorized echoes," he grunted. "Too messy." "I am not unauthorized. I am the original, a full-spectrum copy. My body is dead. My neural lace was scrubbed. The ghost woman's form fizzed, threatening to unravel. I have 36 hours of coherent existence left before I degrade into background noise. And you want me to file a complaint with the Afterlife Ethics Board? I want you to find the man who killed me, Kael Vortex. He works for OmniCorp Synthesis. Find him. Bring me proof." A file icon pulsed insistently on the screen between them. Project, Echo, Final, NC. "My payment is pre-rendered." Marlowe stared at the icon. "What's in the box?" "The reason he killed me. Find him, and it's yours. It's everything." Her image fractured, a television losing its signal. "The clock is ticking, Marlowe. For both of us." The screen went dark, leaving only the reflection of the endless neon rain. Marlowe looked at his own exhausted eyes in the glass. "A ghost can't pay," he thought. "But a ghost also can't lie. Not like the living." She was a spark in the static. And in the perpetual night of Aethel, any real light was worth following, even into the deepest dark. With a sigh that seemed to come from the city's own foundations, he plugged a neural jack into the port behind his ear. The world of sight and sound fell away, replaced by the vast, cold river of the data stream. He became a hunter in the electronic wilds, chasing the scent of a glitch. The chase led him through Aethel glittering, screaming layers. He moved through the advertisement canyons of the glitter zone, where holograms shrieked promises of better lives. He descended into the pipe level, an underworld of hissing steam and shadowed figures who traded black market data chips and stolen memories. In a grimy data den, a broker with chrome-plated teeth smirked and claimed no knowledge of any glitch ghost. But ghosts leave traces. He found a cleaner, a man who specialized in scrubbing crime scenes of both physical and digital evidence. For a price, the cleaner whispered a location: a server farm disguised as a crematorium, on the industrial edge of the city. They called it the Silicon Pyre. Marlowe entered a cathedral of forgetting. Row upon row of humming servers glowed with a frigid blue light, their exhaust vents shaped like funeral ovens, breathing out heated air that smelled of ozone and decay. He moved like a whisper between the monolithic stacks. Finding a terminal, he patched in, his fingers flying across the keypad. He accessed the security logs. He found the feed. There she was, Elara, in the flesh, vibrant and alive, arguing with a tall man in an impeccably tailored coat of synth leather, Kael Vortex. His face was calm, patrician, a man for whom morality was a poorly written line of code. The argument grew heated. Vortex didn't rage. He simply drew a neural disruptor, sleek and elegant, and fired. A silent, bright flash. Elara collapsed. Without a hint of haste, Vortex attached a device to her temple, a lace scrubber, and watched as her memories, herself, were erased. Then he plucked a single, glowing data crystal from her hand. It was labeled Echo, proof. But proof on a screen was just more light in a city of light. He needed something the system could feel in its circuits. A sharp electronic chime echoed through the server hall. The room flooded with harsh red light. Vortex's security. Marlowe turned. Kael Vortex stood in the arched doorway, the same neural disruptor held loosely in his gloved hand. He looked amused. "A private detective," Vortex said, his voice smooth as polished glass. "How analog. She hired a ghost of the past to avenge a ghost of the present. She just wanted to be remembered," Marlowe said, his own voice rough in the humming silence. "You didn't even leave her that." Project Echo wasn't a memory, Mr. Marlowe. It was a key. A back door into every neural lace OmniCorp ever sold. You don't just read thoughts with it, you write them. You craft reality itself. Vortex took a step forward, the disruptor rising. "She wanted to burn it. I saw a future." Marlowe's eyes darted from Vortex's face to a pulsing main conduit beside him, a thick artery of raw data feeding the entire farm. He made a choice. "She's not gone yet," Marlowe said. He slammed his jackhand, knuckles first, into the conduit's access port. A torrent of unfiltered, screaming data exploded into his neural implant. It was agony, a white-hot spike driven through his eye and into his soul. He screamed, but through the pain, he pushed. He didn't send the security feed to the corrupt city watch. He blasted it, raw and undeniable, into the main public news grid and directly into the core buffer of OmniCorp's greatest rival. Klaxons howled. Vortex fired, but Marlowe was already falling, the world dissolving into a cascade of screaming light and code. He awoke to the dull throb of a dying headache and the taste of copper and burnt ozone. He was slumped over his terminal in his grimy room. The digital rain had ceased. A pale, synthetic dawn, the color of diluted coolant, bled through the window. His terminal was alive. The file, Project, Echo, Final, NC, was open. It wasn't a weapon. It wasn't a key to empires. It was a memory. A simple, sun-dappled recording from a park that might have been real, under a sky that might have been true blue. Elara was there, smiling, a real smile that reached her eyes, her hair stirred by a gentle breeze. No chrome, no neon, no lies. Her voice, clear and warm, untainted by static, played softly. "If you're seeing this, you found the truth. Thank you." Echo was a phantom, a lie I built to lead a greedy man to his own ruin. My real project was always this: one piece of real beauty, saved from the dark. Keep it. Silas Marlowe sat in the quiet of the newborn day. The city outside began to buzz and scream once more. He saved the file. He did not delete it. For the first time in a long time, he had something in his possession that wasn't a ghost, or a lie, or a debt. It was a small, quiet echo of something real, and in Aethel, that was the rarest thing of all.